one of the questions that popped in my mind was, as you're on this journey, transitioning into this breath work, have you come across anything that would indicate why no one was talking about this, why this wasn't a modality, or why it just wasn't paid much attention to prior?
Yeah, a couple things. One, it's you know most humans are an adult human. I want to say they take like on average around 22,000 breaths per day. So it's something that is so like normal and ingrained in us that we don't think about it as having any effect on us because it's something you do from the day you're born till the day you die. So when you try to, especially to like someone who's a healthy athlete or like someone who thinks they're in good shape, you explain to them like, hey, if you kind of make these little minor tweaks in your breathing pattern, or how you warm up for a workout or how you cool down, it's hard for people to like get behind that and to believe that. And I was in the same boat. So I understand where they're coming from. I think that's one thing. And then the second thing is I think it's been like probably suppressed by like pharmaceutical companies and like mainstream medicine and even probably like some doctors and stuff out there because it's a huge threat to those industries, right? Like if you can easily train someone to have control over their nervous system, and you can get them off of pills that they're taking to do the same thing, that's a huge threat to these
Mm.
industries. So it's actually something that like we're kind of going through right now where we have some relationships set up where we're doing like some clinical studies with this, and like funding is getting blocked from us for doing this from like big pharmaceutical companies because they have devices now on the market where like mechanical and electrical stimulation devices that will stimulate the vagus nerve, and you can do the same thing by simply kind of changing and altering your breathing patterns, and that doesn't involve something being implanted into your body. And especially for a lot of the patients that have these issues, like heart failure is another huge one.
Mhm.
They're at a high likelihood of like infection or something going wrong when you have that surgery to implant that device. So something as simple again is like teaching them the proper way to breathe that could have the same or even better impact is a huge threat to billion-dollar industries. So I think that probably has a large factor in it as well.
Yeah, that's very telling, right? And if they're blocking your funding, in my opinion, you've struck a nerve with them, and there's some validity to what's going on here, right?
Yeah, it's probably a
Uh,
good sign that that's happening because that means you're onto something.
mhm.
But obviously, it's a very challenging, especially for like a young startup. Like we don't have any venture capital funding or anything like that. Like I started this company with another military friend of mine, and we've done everything by ourselves and built our website and done. We didn't have any large chunk of money coming in to help us do this. So it definitely makes things more challenging, but it's all part of the process.
Oh, for sure.